how did you guys first meet?
Man, how we first met, man. I remember we were at this party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was with my boy Kent, man. Dude with some big ass lips, right? And we were just drinking, whatever, just chilling. And I remember we were just pouring shots. And then, like, there's this dime ass chick, man, that just came up to us and was like, yo, like, can I get a shot? And I was like, yeah, of course, you know, being a gentleman like I am. Offered the kind lady a drink. And then, you know, I'm kind of buzzing. I'm like drunk as fuck. I don't know, you know, if she looks good or not. And I look over and I'm like, damn. Like, actually, like, shit. God damn. I was like, some crazy shit, bro. So, we met at that party. I remember I don't sing, dog. You know me, dog. I don't sing.
Alright.
So, I just felt I wanted to bust out some Lloyd, you know what I mean? Long hair, don't care. And I dropped out. Yeah, man, it was on some crazy shit, bro. So...
Long hair don't care.
Yeah, long hair don't care. So put her off to the side of the party, you know. We were like in this living room, yo, in this Chinese dude's house, yo. I started saying Lloyd to her, dog. Like, I'm not gonna say it.
It's all good.
I can't say
You want?
Nah, it was You by Lloyd, and at the time, you know, it was a really popular song. So you know, I knew the lyrics. So I spit it to her. Damn, did I really just sing? You know, I made myself look like a dick. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? So, I mean, whatever. The night goes on, I don't remember any of it. But I remember the next day I was at my Kuya Jay's crib. And I was on Facebook or whatever. And then I saw this friend request. And it was her, dog. So I guess that's really how it set off. So that's how we first met.
What attributes do you find most appealing about her?
Alright, the most appealing attributes, to be completely honest with you, are her breasts. They're amazing, yo. I just believe that physically it has to be the best attribute about her, right? But also, yeah, being for real, yo, like really, yo, it's just her personality that really overwhelms me. I really embrace the fact that she's just a down-to-earth, cool person. Yeah.
Why do you think your chemistry between you two works so well?
Our chemistry is just there because it's just there. There's no need of explaining it, really. I mean, like with her, I can just talk to her, talks back. It's, you know, it's just not some stupid shit. She actually responds and listens to what I have to say. And I know in some relationships, like, it's always one-sided. I really don't feel that way in my relationship, man.
How else would you express your love to her?
You know, I was like, yo, I really love this, you know, hip hop. And I remember I would try to copy them. And I would try to be like, oh, I started writing down their lyrics, and then I would try to make my own lyrics out of their lyrics, and it just developed my own, you know, onto my own flow. So, like, I really like to do, like, spoken word pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. And I could write endless amount of bars about my love for her, and I try to, you know, make it different experimental ways of just expressing I love you instead of using the same generic words I love you. So I believe that every single spoken word piece about love is just it's I love you. But if you could imagine the words I love you, and if there were pictures, there would be 1,000 words. You know what I mean? And when you look into those words, that's the piece that you write, or the feelings that you feel for it, fill up those words. I don't need Drake to tell me you're the best I ever had, or the best I ever have, or the best I will ever have. See, to me, you make me feel like I'm in a dream, and there you are, the most perfect human being to match with me as it seems. But in this scene, I don't ever want to wake up. All I want to do is lay there and dreamed about you all made up. But the skin you in needs no Mac. I'm talking tan brown skin with long black hair, or pretty brown eyes and a smile like that. See, you looking mean in them skinny jeans, skin tight to fit the frame right. By the end of the night, I just might connect with you on a deeper level, cause your physical is only one half the reason why I fell in love with you. You stand about 5 feet even and 90 something pounds and got a stupid ass laugh, but to me is the sweetest sound. You don't got the fattest, but you got something a little round, and not to mention two big things that make you one of the baddest around. Your heart and your mind. See, it took a long time for our love to grow, baby, but I knew when we first met, I wouldn't mind letting our minds connect. It's our hearts that I was afraid of. I didn't know what they were made of until I realized it was you that was missing. You were the 1,000th piece to my 1,000-piece puzzle piece of the AV node of my right ventricle to make my heart complete. Yeah, it was you, baby. And every cc of blood within me screams out vital signs of love and Nancy, and that's the way it will be. And that's the way it should be, until my heart stops beating. Every vein, every artery lets me know how long our love will last, and every bone in my body will love you till the vitamin D, cartilage, and fibers collapse. Until I get old, hella fat, get arrested by Officer Cardiac just so I defibrillate myself and shock myself into loving you a second time before death himself comes finds my ass. But for now, I'll just love you watching time elapse. Try to slow down every second, that makes every minute, that makes every hour, that makes every day, that makes every week, that makes every month on my BlackBerry's calendar ring to notify me when our anniversary is. Even though I already know when our anniversary is. See, our type love just makes you do some stupid ass shit.